Levi Selway, clay to bronze figure sculpture. Yeah, my mum. My mum loved to paint, and we had a lot of her paintings around the house. And yeah, she kind of had this art sensitivity for beauty, and yeah, that's where I definitely got my artistic voice from. She unfortunately passed away when I was young, when I was 7, and art for me became this vehicle for self-expression and a way to kind of manage with a lot of those feelings. But I studied art all the way through secondary school, and the only reason I didn't go on to pursue art as a career at that time was because I didn't know any artists, and so I didn't see that as a viable art as a viable profession. So fast forward 10 years, I was sitting in the lecture hall at medical school in England, and I just kind of had this growing feeling that I didn't really belong there. And so shortly after leaving medical school, in my first year, my wife bought me my first clay and tools, and I went to sculpt at this open studio session. I felt like I was home. Yeah. From that point, I began sculpting with professional sculptors at this kind of weekly open studio session, sculpting from life. And after a couple of years, I decided that I wanted to get more technical training. And so my wife, who's from France, we decided to go back to Europe, and I attended the Florence Academy in Italy to study classical figurative sculpture. And after training there, we lived for a number of years in Europe, in Nice, France, and then back home in England near London. And so I've kind of always had this privilege of being around this treasure trove of sort of European public and museum art and sculpture. And about a year and a half ago, my wife and I decided to come back to the States, and since then I've been working on a body of work that is, contemporary bronze figure sculpture on the theme of a life well lived. So my mission as an artist is to empower people to live, to pursue their most kind of beautifully authentic and ambitious lives, and to celebrate that journey. And so when I choose a sculpture to bring to life, I'm exploring kind of a facet of what a life well lived means to me, whether that's the limitless, boundless nature of childhood and children, or bringing children joyfully into the world, all the way to mastering your craft and kind of putting your magic out into your marketplace, to your audience, and celebrating excellence, whether that's in sports or music, or wherever I find inspiration. I've been reading this biography of Leonardo da Vinci by Walter Isaacson, and it's funny because as I read the chapter on 15th century Florence, I drew a lot of parallels between the city at that time, which was flourishing um, in art because of this environment. There was just such incredible collaborative energy within the city, and that the patrons, um, the Medici family, the bankers that were supporting these artists, and they had the leadership in the city to kind of push the creation of such masterpieces from these craftsmen. And I've kind of found these similar uh, aspects in celebration. There's such talent here. There's such industry and positive energy to create beauty. The leadership of the organisation, the celebration, fosters that collaborative spirit, and we have the opportunity to have so many patrons come through our doors to support our work, and those three aspects of the show just make it such a unique place.